Good morning, happy Monday, welcome to my channel. Up until very recently, I have been studying for my Masters in English Literature, but yesterday I handed my dissertation in, I returned all my library books, so I officially now have a week until I move home and start my new job, and I thought what better time than to do a reading vlog. So the first book that I'm looking at is He Who Drowned the World by Shelley Parker Chan. I've got it on my iPad from the library. This is a sequel to She Who Became the Sun, which is about, it's a Chinese historical fantasy novel that is about a girl who, very tragically in the first few pages of the novel, all of her family die, and she decides to assume the role of her brother and take his fate. And so She Who Became the Sun is about her rise to the top, and He Who Drowned the World, I believe, follows on from that. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Emily, which I'm really excited about. So that is the first thing I'm reading. Let's get started. I'll get back to you when I've read some more. Okay, I'm back. I'm at the end of part 1 of the book, although that's only 50 pages into my ebook, and part 2 is like 200 pages, so that will be a lot more. I'm really enjoying it. It took me a second to remember who the characters were and, you know, why they're doing what they're doing, but I think I mostly remember now. I find with fantasy that I have to continue to read it. I'm very much a pick up, put down reader. I can't do that with fantasy. So it's a perfect book for today, but I'd read maybe about 10 pages before today and I was just struggling so much because I couldn't remember what was going on. So yeah, I'm definitely finding the binge reading better. Yeah, I'm gonna drink my coffee, maybe make a snack, and then continue on. Hello. Okay, it's quite a few hours later, as you might be able to tell from the lighting. It's now about 5:30. Oh yeah, I'm at 30%, which is a lot less further through than I wanted to be today with this book, but I had an accidental nap, so, but I also am not mad about that because I'm tired and I just finished my Masters, so it's been tiring. I'm going to meet a friend later. I'm going to take a physical book with me. So I think I'll take the book club book that I'm reading at the moment, A Love Story for Bewildered Girls, which will come later in the vlog this week. So yeah, that's it for today, but hope that's still a good chunk through. I'm a third of the way through the book. So hopefully I can get further tomorrow. I'd like to have finished this by Wednesday, to be honest. And I think that seems reasonable. So yeah, I'm gonna head out now to meet my friend and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Hello, welcome back. It's Tuesday. It's about 1:30. I had some admin bits to do this morning, you know, doctor's appointment, bits and bobs. I also had to mend some clothes. While I was doing that, I'm running my errands. I was listening to the audiobook of Victory City by Salman Rushdie. I think I'm about 8 hours in, so I've got about 3 hours left. It's growing on me. I wasn't enjoying it to begin with. I actually DNF'd it once. Well, I didn't DNF it. I returned it to the library and decided to then push myself to the back of the waiting list and request it again because I wasn't really getting on with it. But I am enjoying it this time around, so I think it's one of those, maybe it's a bit of a slow burn. Yeah, I'm going to be reading more of He Who Drowned the World. So yesterday I got up to about 30%. I'd love to be able to get to like 60% today. In an ideal world, I read another 100 words. I don't know how that will go. I have work at 5:30, so I've got like 3.5 hours to fully commit to this before I have work. And then I have to make dinner and I'm going out again this evening, although not in the same way, not for as long, so I should be able to also get some reading in before bed. So yeah, I will update you when I next get through. Hello, okay, I'm back again. It's now about 5:20ish. I'm about to have work and I'm at about 50% through the novel, so that's really good progress. After work I'm going to meet my friend and then hopefully I can read the next 10% before bed. I am really enjoying it. I'm finding it a lot slower of a reading experience than my usual reads. Probably because of the political density of it. I don't really know. I should say I'm not massively a fantasy girly, but this is me trying to get into fantasy. I've read a few things. I've read Priory of the Orange Tree and I've obviously read She Who Became the Sun. I find that they're books I have to binge. But maybe it's the political element, maybe it's just that it's fantasy. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm planning on reading more fantasy over the next few weeks, so I will be able to report back quite soon. I'm really actually enjoying it quite a lot, as much as it's a little bit confusing with all the different people and all the different names and I can't quite remember who people are, and I really do wish they had a glossary in the back. But I'm really enjoying it. I think there's some really interesting commentary on women and their role. And I'm finding General Zhang, I think is her name, General Zhang. No, not General Zhang, Madame Zhang. I'm finding her to be a fascinating character. I think she's probably the one I'm most invested in at the moment because she is so calculated. I think she's really interesting. So yeah, I am gonna go do work now and then I will update you guys later. Hello, okay, I'm back. It is about midnight. I'm about to go to bed. I just read like 2 chapters of Huge Around the World and I've left it on such a cliffhanger. Like, really want to read more, but I need to go to bed. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm at like just over 60% now, which is exactly where I wanted to be today. I'm hoping that I can finish this tomorrow. I might read another chapter before bed. I don't know. I'm gonna get ready for bed and I'll decide what I'm doing. But I'm really excited to read on now. It's just like there's just been a real twist and I'm very excited. Hello, welcome back. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday and instead of going to bed last night when I said I was going to go to bed, I actually read about 20% more of the book up until the end of part 2. So I'm about 80% through the book now. So it's Wednesday morning, I have a coffee and I'm going to try my best to finish the book today. I feel like that should be doable because I've only got 20% left. And then I will let you know what I'm thinking. I really wasn't expecting to enjoy this book as much as I am and as much as I have been the last few days, which is good, I guess, but it's a surprise. So yeah, I will update you when I've read some more. Hello, welcome back. It is about 3:30 on Wednesday and I've just finished He Who Drowned the World. Overall I enjoyed it so much more than I enjoyed She Who Became the Sun. I'm gonna give it about 4 stars, I think, maybe 4.25 stars, mainly because the ending for me felt a bit fast. I think I would have appreciated an additional chapter, but I did really enjoy it. People are making noise outside. I'm very sorry about that. So for the rest of this week, or at least until Friday, my aims are to finish A Love Story for Bewildered Girls. I'm on page 108 of about 250. So that is what I want to finish ahead of book club on Saturday. And also I would like to finish the audiobook of Victory City. Next up on my audiobook list is Salt Slow by Julia Armfield. That's the next thing I'm reading. That's September's book club book for the queer book club that I do with my friends. So yeah, that is me. That's my update. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and yeah, I'm gonna then come back and read some more of this book. Hello and welcome back. I have a cup of mint tea. It's about midnight, pretty much. I'm about to get ready for bed, but I've been reading A Love Story for Boys and Girls, and I've gotten to page 160, which is about 60% of the way through, I believe. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it mainly because it's up my street, but also because this is set in Leeds, and that's the city that I live in currently and that I will be leaving next week. And you know, it feels like, you know, it's definitely a background character in the novel, but it's really nice being able to see all the different places in it. My favourite cafe is mentioned, the club I spent my 22nd birthday at. It feels tangible to me. I think it helps it just feel that bit more connected. But I wouldn't say, in comparison to like other books I've read, such as Hamnet, where Stratford is very much a primary character, and A Dictionary of Lost Words, where again I would say that Oxford is a very like primary character. I mentioned those texts because those are two other towns and cities that I know very well, that I've really resonated with when I've read something. In those novels, those areas felt like very primary characters and primary parts of the text. Leeds does not feel like that in this book, but I am enjoying it. It feels like it's just peppered. Like, it probably wouldn't make you want to visit Leeds if you weren't from, like, if you didn't know Leeds, but as I do, it's hitting the spot for me personally. I'm hoping to read to at least 175 today. Ideally 200 would be my preferred point. There's a chapter break on 201. I would love that to happen. The one thing I'm not quite sure about is that, I don't know if you can see, but chapters in this novel like just begin mid-page and they're not numbered. And I do kind of like it because it makes this book has 3 different perspectives and it makes the 3 voices feel really integrated together. But I don't know. So there are some reasons why I like it, but I also am someone who really likes to know how far it is to get to a chapter. I read 2 chapters when I'm reading in bits. So that's a little bit difficult for me. Probably why I'm so far behind with it for book club, because it's now September and we were supposed to read this in August. But yeah, I would like to read to page 200 ideally, but 175 at least before bed, because then it goes to 260, so then I could feasibly finish it tomorrow, which I'd quite like to do. Although I have some other plans tomorrow as well. I'm going to get a tattoo, and I'm waiting on a work email to get to do some training online for my new job. But I'd like to finish this tomorrow because I have another book that I want to read, which is After Parties. So if I could get through all 3 of them this week, like He Who Drowned the World, finish this and read After Parties, that would be my dream. Just have to finish this. This is like the key one now because I've finished He Who Drowned the World. But I'd like to read After Parties if possible, because then just to read the Booker Prize long list before, as much of it as possible before the shortlist is released. So far I've only read How to Build a Boat, but I've gotten Western Lane and The House of Doors through from the library yesterday, so I really want to read those 2. And so that's my plan for next week. So if I can get this and After Parties knocked out of the way, that would be brilliant. Also because I have to give After Parties back to the library soon. So I might update you again before I go to bed. We'll see. Yeah. Happy Thursday. It's about 1 o'clock. I've spent my morning pottering around, doing a few chores, doing some cleaning, etc. And now I have about a half an hour gap between now and when I need to make lunch so that I can leave in time for my tattoo appointment. So in that half an hour window, I would like to read some more of my book. I got to page 200 last night. I'm really enjoying this book so much. My aim would be to get to 225 before I have to leave, at least. There's about 260 pages in this, so if I got to 225, there would be 35 pages left for me to finish it today, which is very doable. So that is my hope. That's my aim. I will let you know if we get there. And yeah, I'll update you in about half an hour again. I'm back. It's literally been 2 minutes. I also forgot to say that I finished the audiobook of Victory City this morning. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, considering I really struggled with it and sent it back originally. Again, I didn't really get into it until about 60% through, but I do wonder, that's a pattern with me in fantasy. And even though Victory City is literary fiction, it's also like a fantasy literary fiction. So I do just wonder if I really struggle to get invested in fantasy until that point, or maybe that's the model of fantasy. I don't know. I haven't read a lot of other Rushdie's other work, which I should do. I wanted this to be like my gateway drug, and it hasn't really been a gateway drug. But alas, regardless, I would still like to read Midnight's Children and The Satanic Verses. Say I'd give it like a 3.75. I didn't enjoy it as much as He Who Drowned the World, but I did enjoy it, and I also feel that I enjoyed it more when I started reading He Who Drowned the World. I think getting into a fantasy place of mind really helped with my reading. I've started the new book club book on audiobook, Salt Slow by Julia Armfield, which me and my friend Emily nominated it because we read Our Wives Under the Sea earlier this year and loved that. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a short story collection, so I feel that I get less invested in short story collections than I do a novel, but also there's more little bits to invest in. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm about 2 hours into a 5-hour audiobook, so that's not too bad. Hopefully I should finish that tomorrow, maybe. Hello, I'm back. I'm drinking my coffee. It's now about 1:30, so I need to go and make some lunch, but I'm at about page 230 in my novel. So I've got about 30 pages left, which is so doable. I'll very easily read that tonight. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where all these characters end up, because I feel like they're all in their own. They've all on their separate journeys at the moment. Something I really appreciate about the novel is that despite the fact that it's so short, we have got these characters, and I feel like all 3 viewpoints are really fleshed out. I don't feel like we're getting more of one and less of another. They've all got their stuff going on. Yeah, it's suddenly interesting. Essentially every character has essentially 2 plot lines, like their relationship plot line and something else that's going on. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm kind of sad for it to end, but I also can't wait for it to end, you know? Yeah. So I will finish that later tonight, and I will update you. And I will be listening to more of the audiobook of Salt Flow on the way to my appointment. I'm back this evening, or this afternoon. I am back. I have a tattoo. It is about 10 o'clock at night. I've had dinner, and I've had a call with my friends, and I've been packing up my room because I moved. And now I'm about to finish this book. I've also read to about 65 of the way, listened on my walk to and from, to about 65% of my way through Salt Slow by Julia Armfield, which I'm really, really enjoying. So hopefully I will finish that soon. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this now, and then I will come to you with my thoughts. Hello! It is about 10 minutes later and I've just finished A Love Story for Boys and Girls. So let's talk about it. I really enjoyed this one. I found the ending slightly dissatisfying. I felt like I wanted more, so I'd probably give it 4.5 stars. It's not a 5-star read because of the ending. I was really satisfied with the places that all the characters went. I just kind of wanted a bit more detail about how that worked out for them. I felt that we were kind of left. Yeah, I'd love to see more, particularly Grace's story. Grace's story felt very rushed at the end. Yeah, that said, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed all the different characters and I felt like they were all quite rounded out. The good news is as well that this now puts me on track for my 2023 reading goal, which is to read 100 books. I was previously behind at the beginning of this week. I've now read 68 books. That was my 68th, which puts me, according to both Goodreads and Storygraph, on track. So my plan is probably to chill for a bit more. I might watch some Netflix and crochet a bit, and then when I go to bed I will be starting After Parties, which is a short story collection, which I've borrowed from the library on my iPad, so I'll be watching that and I will report back to you about how I'm finding that and about Salt Slow as I make my progress with that too. Hello and happy Friday. I've been running errands all day and it's now about 5 p.m. While running errands I've been listening to Salt Slow and I've finished Salt Slow. I really enjoyed it. It's quite difficult to comprehensively review because it is a short story collection, but I did really enjoy it. There were 2 stories in particular that really stood out to me. Maybe 3. 2 that were like my absolute favourite and then another one that I also really enjoyed. None of them I didn't enjoy. I think I preferred Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield, but that makes sense because it was her second novel, her second release, which was her first novel. So she had a bit more time to kind of hone her craft, I guess. Yeah, I've also started After Parties last night and I've only read 1 short story so far, but that was absolutely phenomenal. So I have really high hopes for the rest of that collection and I'll probably be reading that today. And I've also just after I finished Salt Slow started the audiobook for Western Lane, which is from the Booker Prize long list. I'm literally only 6 minutes in, so I can't tell you anything yet, but that is what I will be talking about soon. So I'm gonna go away, I'm gonna read more After Parties and I will update you. Hello, it is nighttime, which you can probably tell by the fact that I'm in pyjamas. And I've had quite a slow reading day. I've not really done much reading. I read 1 short story from After Parties. It didn't massively gel with it, to be honest. Oh, things are on the floor. I think there's a lot of reasons for that. One of the reasons I've not done a lot of reading is that I've had lots of errands to do. I move house on Sunday and I have work all day tomorrow, so I've been packing some things up. I've been running my last few errands and leads I need to do, you know, picking up prescriptions, etc. I also just have been reading this week at a really fast speed, and it's probably not the most sustainable speed, it's probably not the most normal speed, and that's okay. So yeah, that said, that's not really a reflection on After Parties, although I didn't love the second story. I didn't hate it though, I just didn't find myself that invested. I'm about 25 minutes into Western Lane and I have been enjoying that, so I'm gonna listen to that while I make my lunch for tomorrow and make a cup of tea, and then yeah, I think I will go to bed. I'm aiming to read like 2 short stories from After Parties, I think. Yeah, and then go to sleep because I have to be up early tomorrow. and it's midnight. Yeah. So I'll update you guys tomorrow, probably once I've gone back from work, with how I'm doing reading wise, and I'll see you then. Hiya. Okay. I'm super sweaty. I just got home from work, and yeah, I just wanted to quickly update you because it's like 5 o'clock on Saturday that I've listened to a lot more of Western Lane. I'm now about 40% of the way through, and I'm loving it so far. It's really good. And yeah, the other thing is, read one more story from After Parties last night, and I enjoyed it. Not as much as I enjoyed the first one, but I did really enjoy it. Definitely more than I enjoyed the second one. So that would be my update there, and I will update you again probably before bed. Yeah. Hi guys, it's about midnight, and I really haven't read that much because I've had to pack up my entire room because I'm moving tomorrow morning. So other than my bedding, so I haven't physically read much, but I have been listening to Western Lane. I'm now 60% of my way through, and I am absolutely adoring it. I think it's my favorite. I mean, I've only read two. This is my second Booker Prize nom that I've read, but I'm loving it. I think it's my favorite so far. So that's my update. I will probably read another After Party short story at least before bed, and then I will probably update you when, maybe tomorrow morning. I imagine I will finish Western Lane while packing the last bits of my stuff up. So yeah. I just got home. I'm back at my parents' house. It's a little bit chaotic because I literally just moved in and I need to do a real cull of all my stuff because I haven't properly lived in this room since I was 18, 19. It's kind of just become a dumping ground. So anyway, on my drive home, I listened to the rest of Western Lane and I absolutely loved it. I had a brilliant time. It's my favourite of the two Booker Prizes I've read so far. Yeah, I also started Philosophy by Elizabeth Day. Mainly because I listened to another Elizabeth Day book this year, Friendaholic, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought it would be quite good for a car journey. And I'm about like a third of the way through, and I'm enjoying that so far as well. I feel like it's made me think a lot about myself and the way that I can use my experiences of the past year and kind of reflect on them. And now I have book club, so I meet with my book club every month on an online call. So that's today. Hello, welcome back to probably the final installment of this vlog. If you can see that it looks a bit chaotic, it's because I've spent the entire day rearranging my room, which is also why I look like a sweaty mess. But I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks as I've been doing so. So I've entirely finished Philosophy by Elizabeth Day. I probably give it like a 3.5 stars. I didn't dislike it at all. It's very much like a condensed version of How to Fail, her podcast. I would like to read her whole memoir, How to Fail. And you know, it definitely had me thinking about a lot of my personal journey. But yeah. And I also have now started Know My Name by Chanel Miller, which is obviously a very, very different type of read. So something I've been wanting to read for a very long time. And just simply, you know, I haven't really had the chance, haven't really gotten around to it. So I'm really glad that I've got the chance to do it now. It's quite heavy so far, as to be expected. In case you don't know, Chanel Miller was the victim of the Stanford rape case. Brock Turner assaulted her on campus. Everyone always raves about this memoir, and yeah, so far I don't really have anything original to say. It's really good at bringing us through kind of what she experienced in the time that she experienced it, and kind of us following the time narrative. Obviously, we know so much as readers, yet she's really good at grounding us within the moment of what's happening in the memoir. So yeah, that's probably going to wrap up this vlog, because I'm annoyed it's not a satisfying I've finished books end, but it has been about a week, so I feel that I should kind of wrap this one up, kind of give it a close off. And then if you would like to see what I think of after parties and know my name when I've finished, you can follow me on Instagram or on Goodreads or Storygraph. I'll put the links all below, and I'll probably be back with you very soon with another kind of video. I don't know what yet. Yeah, if you want to see that, subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a like. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.